Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. Just a little while ago, I made a video on this one right here, and it came out pretty good. And the gentleman I was helping after sending the video, he was playing around with it. He inadvertently moved it to the center of the page. And if we Control D and alternate C, well, look at that. It's already off. So let's tell you what, let's delete that and put this back to 0. There we go. No? Well, that might be one of the problems right there. Let me make sure these lines are in the center of the page. So this thing isn't perfect, but if we go Control D, alternate C, and rotate it 60 degrees, we don't get that. So, but this is kind of telling you, you can see that it's not in the center of the page, or it's not, it's a weird, there we go. How do you find the center of something like this? It's not a centerable item. So if you'll take a 2-point line and go from that node to that node, and then just kind of, you can see the node pop up. Just make sure you're on that line or on that node. And then this is the rotation point. So we're going to Control D and move our rotation to this point. And now we can rotate it that 60 degrees and it's perfect. So if you can't ever put it in this, now this will center the page because it's a centerable item. A while back, somebody asked me why that's not a centerable item. Let me get rid of these lines. And let's hit P. Why does Corel not know that that's, what Corel's doing, as far as I understand, if we bring in indexing lines to the very tip and the very tip of these lines are equal, or should be. Let's test them out. They are 7.24. Well, they're not equal. I don't know why. I don't know why Corel does that. I'm pretty sure I did that right. But anyway, I wasn't going to make a video on this, and I thought, there's one other way we could do this. Let's turn off the indexing line, and let's take 2 ellipses and make that shape kind of, and take the Smart Fill tool and fill that in. Now, on this particular way, you really have to be perfect. Let's take away now let's put a line down the middle. That's pretty important. I'm going to go from that node to that node. Now I can actually move this whole thing up because I want to Control D, but I don't want to rotate it from here. I want to rotate it from about here, but this has to be perfect. So let's rotate it that 120 degrees and then Control D. And you can see that that shape is kind of perfect. So now, I meant to take away my line. And then just kind of stay with me here. I'm going to weld this. So that's a perfect shape. Now, once again, I can't hit P to put it in the center of the page because I'm going to have to rotate something around there. So I'm going to put in these lines, 2-point lines, and go from that node. This is actually easier because the nodes are very well defined, sharp corners. So that's our rotation point. So now we're going to take an ellipse, much like we did in the first video, and we're going to put it like right there. And we're going to I'm not going to even make a copy of it or duplicate. I'm going to move the rotation to there, and I'm going to rotate it 60 degrees. Okay, I'm not far enough away. Let me put it back to center, put it way up here kind of. Double click on the rotation, see how the rotation moved? And let's rotate it to 0. Wow, I'm still not far enough out. You would think that would be plenty far enough out. Okay, here we go. Double click on the rotation and put it here. And rotate it 0 degrees because we're already at 60. And then Control D and rotate it 120 degrees, and then Control D. So now we have our 3 circles. And this might or might not help him. This would be one way to do it. Let's make them all black. And let's go up to Effects and Contour. We won't be able to contour it yet because this isn't a group. But if we take it and go Group, now we can contour this thing to the outside 0.75. And look at that, it kind of gave us this same shape. Maybe go like 0.5. And see, that kind of gave us that same shape we were doing earlier. It's a little bit thicker because I rotated a little further along, or not far down the hill. And if we take our Smart Fill tool, there's no possible chance of leaks. Well, you know what? I don't want to, well, I'm going to have to move it. I'm going to nudge it out. And I should have put indexing lines where this is because we're going to rotate this guy. So I'm going to have to go back to the lines and 2-point line from there to there. So I'm going from the shortest point to the, or from the tip to the tip. And now I can take this and Control D. I get so used to alternate C, I almost said alternate C, but change it to there and then rotate it 60 degrees. And see, we kind of get that same shape, a little bit different, a little fatter, and we actually have a little bit of a tip there where we want to get rid of. So to get rid of that, just select it all, go up to Object, and I should be able to break the curve. You know what? I didn't ever break the contour apart. So I'm going to click on it. Now we can break the curve apart. And I can get rid of those little bitty lines that fast. Well, I need to go ahead and break that curve apart. And as long as I'm not touching the whole thing, it'll get rid of them. Now we're going to do the exact same thing. This one's going to look different. It's going to be a little fatter. I'm not saying it's better or worse. So I'm going to go, I went under that overpass. So I'm going to go over this one. And if I go over this one, I want to go under here. Nope, that's the opposite. And like I said in the other video, don't go through here. So this is over, I want to go under. If you hold down your Alt key, you can swipe through there. So this one's over. We want this one under. If this one's under, this one's over. No, then we got 2 overs. Where did I mess up? Oh, right here. You know what? I hadn't done that one yet. Yeah, I had. Let me just back up here. This is always kind of like an old problem of mine. Alt key. So that's going under. So this one wants to go over. This one is under. So this one wants to go over. And by over, I'm talking about like an overpass on a road. This one's over, so this one's going to go under. This one is over, so this one's going to go under. This one is over, so this one's going to go under. There we go. Nope. That's weird. Maybe it won't. What am I doing wrong here, folks? Tell you what, let's do this one and then this one. Okay. And then this one needs to go over. So this one needs to go under. I'm being lazy and not holding down the Alt key. So those 2 are right. You know, maybe I need to just look at this one. That's over, so this should be under. That's over, so this should be under. And that's it. Now we'll do the same thing we did earlier. I don't know what I was doing wrong. And this is one of the deals you could very easily do if you consider everything. You only fill in one and rotate them around. One thing I didn't do is take away the line. I kind of like this one in a way. I'm going to take away the line. A lot of times the lines are still there if we take away the fill. No, they're not there, so that's good. Anyway, it's a lot. It's a fattier, squattier, shorter, same design. We'll put a little black box on it. But I'm glad he asked the question about the center part. And I always have to go a little extra. It's not the same as that one. You know, this one has more distinct circles. But it's another way to get there and kind of unique. But if I would have made those first things taller and rotated them less, then it would be kind of like that. Anyway, hope that answered his question. Thank you for watching.